Hey there, we're in Stockholm, the biggest city in Scandinavia.
Stockholm is one of Europe's most recognizable cities, a city on the water, shaped by bays, canals, and over 50 bridges. Here, medieval neighborhoods blend seamlessly into business districts, and the fast pace of a modern capital somehow leaves room for calm and space. This is the birthplace of IKEA, Spotify, and H&M, brands that define Scandinavian style and thinking around the world. Even the metro isn't just public transport, it's the world's largest underground art gallery. Stockholm knows how to balance stability, taste, and simplicity. And we're here to show you what that looks like up close.
This is On the Way, our family travel vlog, and if you're heading the same way we are, let's go!
It's time to take a look at Gamla Stan, which translates to Old Town, the heart of Stockholm and its oldest part. It's called that not because everything here is falling apart from old age. Honestly, everything here holds up better than I did after an 11-hour trip with a toddler. The alleys of Gamla Stan are so narrow, you feel like you're walking through open-air hallways carved into the city itself. One of them is just 90 centimeters wide, a real-life architectural maze. If you didn't get lost, were you even in Gamla Stan? There's everything here. Stone buildings from the 13th century, colorful facades, and restaurants that have been serving guests for over 300 years. We ate there. It was quite tasty, and surprisingly, not expensively. There's also an unreal number of coffee shops, bakeries, and little places that just feel good for the soul. They say this is the heart of old Stockholm, and we want to hear how it beats. Preferably without losing the kid in one of the 12,000 little shops or spending our entire budget on souvenirs.
Det var inte karma. Så vi kan vilket det var.
Let's start with the most important thing, fika. For Swedes, it's not just coffee, it's a philosophy. It's when you pause, take a breath, grab a coffee and something to go with it, sit down and chat with the people you love. Or just scroll through Instagram. That's totally fine too. And now, here's the real beauty that makes it all worth stepping out the door. The sakura blossoms right in the heart of Stockholm.
Every year, around late April, Stockholm briefly transforms into a pink fairy tale. In Kungsträdgården Park, the cherry blossoms bloom, and it's one of the most popular spots for both locals and tourists alike. But beauty comes at a price. From early in the morning, it's packed. So, if you want to experience the real atmosphere and a bit of peace, we recommend coming before 8 a.m. The pink petals in the soft sunlight are especially magical. It's the perfect moment for a photo, a coffee, and some quiet time before the city wakes up. Oh, look what we've got here. Do you see what's behind me? That's the Riddarholm Church, one of Stockholm's oldest buildings. Built at the end of the 13th century, it became the final resting place for most of Sweden's kings. And its intricate spire and Gothic style stand out in almost every panoramic view of the city. This is the German church, not the oldest building around, but one with a pretty interesting story. It was built in the 17th century and stands as a symbol of the cultural and historical ties between Sweden and Germany. Fun fact, even today, services here are still held in German. What do I think about Gamla Stan? It's one of those places where you could wander forever. Your feet might get tired, but your soul, never. Stockholm is one of those cities you truly want to come back to. It stretches across 14 islands, connected by 50 bridges. And somehow, it all just works. In a matter of minutes, you can go from narrow medieval alleyways to sleek modern architecture with that signature Scandinavian coziness. The vibe here is calm, confident, and unhurried. People sip their coffee in cafes, enjoying their fika, something like a coffee break, but with a bit more soul, just living in the moment. And it's in this kind of atmosphere that childhood icons like Pippi Longstocking and Carlson on the Roof were born. It makes sense. There's something a little magical about the city. Everything feels close here. The Nobel Prize, the Royal Palace, and quiet little courtyards where time seems to stand still. You can stroll along the waterfront, peek into City Hall, where the Nobel banquet takes place, and then stop by a local market or tiny boutique. And it all feels authentic. Stockholm blends old and new so effortlessly. And in doing so, it gently reminds you, slow down, look around, appreciate the little things. And maybe, just maybe, you'll start to feel that perfect Swedish lagom when everything is just right. The Royal Palace in Stockholm is a true symbol of the Swedish monarchy and one of the largest palaces in the world. With over 600 rooms, it's impressive not just in size, but in the way it feels. From the outside, it's actually quite modest. Clean lines, balanced symmetry, no flashy gold or over-the-top details, just pure elegance, in true Swedish minimalist style. While it's officially the king's working residence, the royal family actually lives outside the city. The palace itself is used for state events. And yes, it's open to visitors. One of the highlights? The changing of the guard. Set to the sound of a marching band, soldiers in formal uniforms parade through the courtyard. And during the high season, you might even catch a full-on cavalry parade, horses, music, and all. Watching the ceremony is completely free. You just show up and enjoy. No tickets, no lines, not even a like or a subscription, unlike our channel, where your support would mean the world to us. The ceremony lasts about 40 minutes, and if you want a good spot, it's smart to arrive at least 30 minutes early. It gets pretty packed with tourists. All around you, 17th century buildings, a grand square, the royal flag flying above. It all creates this calm, understated sense of tradition. Even here, Stockholm stays true to itself. Nothing flashy, just honest, graceful, and meaningful. One thing to remember, the guard change happens at 12 p.m. on weekdays and 1 p.m. on holidays. We didn't check ahead, so we only caught a glimpse of it. Thankfully, my friend was nearby and shared his video with us. Public transport in Stockholm is honestly super convenient. We were staying on the outskirts of the city, but it only took about 20 minutes to get downtown. Everything runs smoothly and right on time. There are commuter trains, buses, trams, and of course, the metro. Stockholm's metro is not just a means of transportation. It's the largest underground art gallery in the world. Over 90 stations are designed as art spaces, each with its own character. T-Centralen is the heart of the entire system. The blue and white interior with leaves and worker figures creates a sense of calm amidst the bustle of the main transfer station. Rådhuset feels like the entrance to an ancient mine. Instead of tiles, there are raw rocks, and instead of advertisements, there's silence. It looks atmospheric and a bit mystical, This is definitely one of the most impressive stops in all of Stockholm's metro system. Kungsträdgården is a station with the atmosphere of an underground palace, green tones, ancient sculptures, ruins, and even real archaeological finds, the perfect contrast to the Sakura Park above. And Solna Centrum is pure drama. A red dome and dark green forest underfoot, it feels like a scene from a Swedish thriller. It makes you want to stop, take in the details, and be quiet for a moment. Renting an apartment or hotel room in Stockholm for 3 people usually starts at around €100 per night. But if you search carefully, you can definitely find better deals. We booked through booking.com and got 2 nights for just €90. Not in the city center, but thanks to Stockholm's efficient public transport, getting around was easy.
Wow. This.
They talk about lagom here often. It's something like the Swedish balance. Not too much, not too little, but just the right amount. And it doesn't sound like a cliche because you actually see it all around you. No one is shouting or rushing. Everything feels calm and steady. In a cafe, simple walls, a bit of wood, and perfect silence. On the metro, no hustle or bustle. People have normal working hours and time for themselves. And there you are, standing with your coffee, looking at the water, and you realize, this is it. This is Lagom. This city is simply impossible to get to know in just 2 days, but we still tried to fit in as much as we could. We dedicated 2 days to the heart of the city. Old streets, cozy cafes, and of course the most famous landmarks. We only glimpsed the metro while moving around the city, though it's a real underground gallery, with each station being a piece of art worth seeing. Museums were saved for later. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough time. Although we didn't manage to visit them, I'll definitely come back here to immerse myself in Stockholm's culture and history. One of the most iconic buildings in Stockholm is the City Hall, Stadshuset. It's famous for its red brick tower, stunning waterfront views, and of course the Nobel Prize banquet held here every year. You can join a guided tour or just enjoy the courtyard and the panoramic views from the tower. Totally worth a visit. And this is for the most dedicated viewers, a bonus for those who watch till the end, the Uppsala Cathedral. Although Uppsala is not Stockholm, it definitely deserves a mention. It's a small, cozy city with a unique atmosphere, calm, intellectual, almost academic. And it's here that the magnificent Uppsala Cathedral stands, the largest in all of Scandinavia. Its spires can be seen from afar, and when you get closer, it truly takes your breath away. Inside, the space is filled with light, history, and a remarkable sense of peace. If you have a bit more time, definitely come here for at least half a day. It's just a short distance from Stockholm, but the experience is completely different. This is Stockholm, a city whose atmosphere breathes through every window, whose soul and architecture capture you and won't let go throughout your journey. If you have the chance, be sure to visit, you won't regret it. As for us, it's time to head home. Our trip has come to an end. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. That's all from us. Bye and safe travels.
То зроби скільки кусочків це.
Давай на червоний і на
Подавайку.